Let's talk about a main event. Nothing happened. All right, goodbye, everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
It is. So, Javon Evans was too dang injured to compete. And that left Trick Williams without a partner, but he was okay with going to a handicap match as All Eagle Ethan Page tag teams with Sean Spears, Team Canada, if you will. But the music dropped. We all believe in Joe Hendry. George!
I have one critique, and I swear, it's not even a bad one. Want to know, and it's so like, tell me I'm crazy. Just it's okay. I won't get offended.
You ruined my handoff, George, so you're crazy. What do you want?
I feel like there were too many teases.
Of what? Joe Hendry?
Of Joe Hendry. They had the commercials. They had the end of Heatwave. They had Robert Stone saying something. They had Vic Joseph saying, like, there were just way too many teases of like what was going to come. And I just would have liked a little bit less. I don't mind the teases. I just feel like there was too much.
I disagree. I disagree on the Joe Hendry teases, and the only way I can prove my point is to compare it to AEW. So please bear with me. I'm not a tribalist. I don't say one or the other. Please don't come after me, guys. But one of my biggest criticisms of AEW, because I'm a man of a certain age, is I'm not up at 2:00 in the morning to watch New Japan. When someone shows up and Excalibur's like, oh my gosh, it's that guy who wrestled that time in that dome. And I go, who? Why? Who should I give a crap about? Now, if I know nothing about Joe Hendry, I'm going to ask, why is this guy smiling at the end of a PLE? If I don't know anything about Joe Hendry, why is everyone saying believe? I know. I'll look at the Google machine. Bam! And that puts us in the idea of knowing who he is without getting a full-on vignette and still keeping the indie small band kind of feel Joe Hendry is because of his intro.
So I'm okay with the end of Heatwave, right? So you're okay with all the commercials on Raw that featured Joe Hendry?
I think so. Joe Hendry is very popular among wrestling enthusiasts. And I tell you, if you're listening to this podcast now live, thank you so much. You are a wrestling enthusiast. You watch more than 1 hour of wrestling a week. But if I'm a casual viewer, if I happen to like NXT because of the colors or whatever, I don't know who Joe Hendry is. And you have a choice. Either say, here's some vignettes about who he is, or, oh my gosh, it's him from TNA, or do this, where you go, I don't know who this guy is, but I'm on board to see what he can do. It's basically re-establishing a hype for those who are inside the WWE bubble.
Okay. No, I mean, I just this is what we're here for. I thought it was a lot of teases, like a lot. You thought it was a right amount, and cool. This is why
Whoa! Now I feel like a jerk. I'm sorry.
No, you're perfectly fine.
No, I feel like I hurt your feelings, man.
No,
I'm
listen.
sorry, George.
Here's something about myself. Now we're gonna get personal, right? I don't mind being wrong about something because guess what? That means I learned something.
You're not wrong.
So many people, yeah, I know, but I'm saying like so many people are so like, oh, but I'm always right, like because so many people get so like hurt. I would say something else. So many people get hurt because somebody disagree with them or somebody this. I'm like, no, like this is what we're here for. We're both adults. We know how.
Hey, the chat agrees with you. Look, Randy 92729 and Ricky Sinclair be like, you know what? I agree with George. I believe in Hermoza.
I did think there was a chance there'd be someone else. Anyway, okay, I have another critique too. Check this out. I didn't like, and I get it's a production thing, that he was already at the top of the ramp or the start of the entranceway when his music hit. So it allowed the crowd to react to him before the music even hits. I don't know if you noticed that.
I do think it's a production thing. I don't think the CWC
it's part of his entrance, it's part of his entrance. I get it. But yeah, just, he was already out there and I wanted everybody to kind of react at the same time as opposed to, some of the crowd that saw him already reacts. And then 3 seconds later, the rest of the crowd reacts and it kind of diminished that pop a little bit. Yeah. I would have liked to have seen, everybody pop at the same time. And I know it's because he was pretty much already there at the entrance when his music hit.
I'm with you. I think that's totally fine. But let's talk about the match, though. I mean, Trick Williams is keeping his tights super generic. I was like, oh, okay, that's very creative wrestler of the guy. But Ethan Page, the champ, gets run off by Oro Mensah again, and we believe in Joe Hendry getting the win over a very game Sean Spears. Thoughts about this?
And especially like they teased it. I mean, the match was great. I liked everything about the match. It really showcased Joe Hendry. I did want to kind of reiterate what I was saying earlier about a news report about Joe Hendry, about Fightful Select reported that they're planning to use Hendry in a significant way moving forward. Obviously, this report was done before tonight's NXT episode, but WWE officials are reported leaning into Hendry's propensity for going viral, much like the subtle debut of the Wyatt Six. The company apparently feels teasers of Hendry can be just as effective in generating online buzz. So kind of goes in what you were saying as well. But yeah, it looks like we're going to see a lot more of Joe Hendry. They very much so tease that he's possibly the next big title contender going up against Ethan Page. So it kind of throws in the wrench in the whole Trick Williams rematch. But also something to keep in mind, Joe Hendry is going to be in the championship match at TNA Slammiversary. So
Absolutely.
maybe that might create something. Maybe he wins the TNA championship then. Maybe a big title versus title. Maybe a much like I don't know if it's rumored, but people have been talking. They want to see a Worlds Collide, NXT versus TNA.
It's
Maybe
due. We're
that's
due.
going to leading up to that. They just announced what was the pay per view they just announced? Oh, No Mercy, NXT No Mercy. That's going to be in September. Maybe that's going to be a Worlds Collide type event. How many TNA wrestlers are we going to see then? We're going to see the Rascals wrestle as a trio for the first time in was it 4 or 5 years?
About
But
that.
this time we're seeing it on WWE TV. Like, man, wrestling is so cool, man.
It totally is. It's a good time for all of us, man. And I agree. The match was great. The implications are great. Real last question before we wrap this up. As far as NXT is concerned only, do you believe in Joe Hendry? Does he have a spot? Do you think he'll pop the masses? Do you think that's going to work? Or it's going to be a thing where, oh, that worked in TNA, but didn't quite hit the same on Tuesday nights?
I think it's only a matter of time before we see him on the main roster.
Main roster Joe Hendry.
I have thought very highly of Joe Hendry for a very long time. Going back to he had a storyline with Katie Lee Burchell slash Winter, where she was going out with Grado. I don't know if anybody knows Grado, and Joe Hendry was like his buddy, and they were like teasing that like Joe Hendry was gonna like swoon in on Grado's girlfriend Winter, but it turns out yeah, it turns out they were both Grado and Joe Hendry was good. And I always say like they cut that storyline so short. And I remember I was actually talking to Winter and she totally agreed with me. But yeah, I mean, Joe Hendry's a stud. Like I love watching his videos of like some of the stuff that he did in like in Scotland and over in the UK. And then just I think it's only a matter of time. I wish this was sooner. I wish this little thing that they're doing was sooner, because the pop that he would have got at Clash of the Castle would have been like groundbreaking.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Actually, this is kind of a dumpable fact. I was on a short film with Katie Lee Burchell, and it was a sitcom pilot about an ex-rocker that has his teenage daughter knock on his door and go, "Hey, look, I'm your daughter." And Winter played like the rocker's groupie. It's called Miles' Life. It's really weird. No, it's called Miles. It's called Miles. But yeah, fantastic person to work with, consummate professional.
Mm-hmm.
It was substandard set conditions, and she was a pro. Made it happen.
Yeah, she's can't say enough great things about her.
Let's get out of here, man. This is NXT for July 9th, 2024. George, no deal. How can people find you, interact with you? If you got some haters, how do you
wave your hands from side to side? I believe in Joe. No one else. Tell me there are people watching us that are waving their hands from side to side. If you are, dude, you are the absolute best.